Wait, did the stream F? I just stopped the recording. We should be good. I have messed that up, though. Weird. Well, yeah, so refresh if you need to, everyone. Yeah, it could have been like an OBS bug or something. And thank you for the follow. 0 usernames left. Appreciate you. All right. We are up on Algora and YouTube right now. Okay, so we finished up this read right here. Want to keep that link. We grabbed all of that. The thing that we left off on yesterday was basically creating these endpoints for fetching models and for fetching prompts. Or no, sorry, for fetching models and providers. All right, so we need to fetch both of those things in our application. There you go, Brevan. Or there you go, Alex. Yeah, touche. Okay, so we created those endpoints. We need to get to the front end where we need to fetch that stuff. And hey, what up, Jay? Dude, I'm sorry I didn't like hang out with you more. Did you make it to the party afterwards? To the Anderson Pock thing? I could only hang in there for so long. The bass was so heavy it was rattling my bones. You crashed hard on Friday? Okay, yeah, no worries. Yep. Such a good event, though. Like, really cool. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I will probably be going back next year. Yeah, super awesome, man. Yep. Are you going to be at TwitchCon later this year? September or whatever? And dude, thank you so much for the interview. I only got 4 of them. Some people are bashful, and I was bashful to ask too many people. So yeah, that really helped. I'm going to try and edit some of that stuff together here soon. I'll let you know when I get it posted. If I get something posted. Gonna miss TwitchCon. Going to lead dev and leading engineering the week before. And yeah, right, like, can't travel too much. Definitely burns you out. How about React Summit? I'm hoping to make it to React Summit in JS Nation. Trying to make it back up? Yeah, no worries. Just curious. Oh, yeah. Yeah, as we mentioned, my birthday is in like 10 days. So we're basically, you know, the older you get, the longer your birthdays last, just because of scheduling. So yeah, basically, we're on our birthday fortnight. Not just birthday week, birthday fortnight. It's 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm turning 40. Ugh. We are sipping on my favorite whiskey, but I tend to prefer to mix it with Coca-Cola. Henry McKenna. I'm not there yet, but real close. I know, right, Naughty Knitter? I know. I'm taking it for granted here. Hibiki. That's not a bad one. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Scotch. So the Japanese whiskeys have a lot more like corn content, which tends to give it like a somewhat Scotchy flavor. Doesn't have like the peat flavor, but it's still like, you know, a little closer. Woodford's great too. Jameson's fine. Four Roses is really good. I love when I get to a place that that has Four Roses as their well. I love that. Yeah, definitely, Jay. I didn't realize you were, like, older than 40. So, yeah, right? And do you mix water in whiskey, too? Because, yeah, that's what I just did. It's whiskey and then watered up. So I stay hydrated. Yeah, and it's, like, nice and sippable still. Yeah, I really like it. It's almost healthy, but definitely not. No, I try and avoid the ice when I can. Is that how much water you're supposed to drink every day? Oops. I'm definitely not doing that. Oops. No, I water it down really heavily. Yeah, I don't mind. That's like, the only people that tell you how you should drink are the people you definitely shouldn't be listening to. Right? Consume it however you want. Wow, yeah, that's a lot of water. Alright, so I'm blowing it. Whiskey and soda. Okay. I've always wondered what a highball is. Only because I listened to Primus, and Les Claypool from Primus had a band called Les Claypool and the Holy Mackerel, and their album was called Highball with the Devil. Yeah, whiskey and Coke is delicious, but terrible for you. Yeah. When I'm drinking those a lot, it's not great. But okay. Ooh, those are good. No, it's so cheap. You just get a silicone mold that you pour water into. You can make them at home. Sphere ice mold. They're like $10 max. Don't get like the really expensive ones. Oh, maybe that's for it being like perfectly polished. Like one of these stupid things. Yeah, no, you can get, like, the trays. It's just a silicone tray you throw in your freezer and you're good. Like, super cheap. Or get a fancy fridge that has spherical ice. That was the 4K thing, wasn't it? Yours has it? That's crazy. Yeah, these are the ones I have for the bigger ones. I also have some smaller ones that I've gotten that are probably about this size. Oh, yeah, right, so it's not a perfect sphere. It's got, like, I don't care about the ice cubes, or like the air bubbles in the ice cubes. I don't care about it being perfectly see-through. So yeah, maybe that's what you were talking about there. 0 usernames. Yeah, it's for like the perfect ones. You don't need those. Boil the water first? Really? Okay. Ooh, 0. So, I mean, it really depends. But desktop applications are a pain. So I agree. Yeah, it's just for, like, fun. Yeah, I haven't heard that. That's crazy. Oh, that's a good point. Okay, that works. So it depends on the things you're making there, Zero. I can agree with that, though. Like, the signing process sucks. Yeah. Like, the signing process for desktop apps sucks. If you're interested in... You're convinced Counter-Strike can be made in the browser? Not with the latency that a game like that needs. Right? If you were going to say something like Civilization, then yeah, you could make Civilization in the browser. Yeah, no worries, Prevent. Yeah, makes sense. Ooh, music is loud right now. Hold on. Let me fix that. There we go. That's better. Sorry about that. Yeah, so one quick thing. So GPU acceleration you can get with web GPU these days. But then, yeah, like shader sizes become an issue. And web GPU only runs inside of... like web workers, which then becomes tricky. But I will say, if you do need to make desktop applications these days, Tori is quite nice. You can still use, like, you know, web technology for the front end, but then you're tying into, like, Rust stuff on the back end. So, just in case you haven't seen that before there, Zero, it's like the evolution of Electron. I would say it's not as far along as Electron. Electron still has some really nice features like over-the-air updates and some of that stuff. But Tori is still pretty cool. The fact that they're planning on supporting mobile is crazy to me. But they've been planning on supporting mobile for a couple years now, so it might not be their priority. Yeah, it's a really interesting project. Yeah, there's some things where you just need that, like, native interactivity. Right? And I would say for consumer-facing apps, it makes more sense than games even, because apps need to interface with the underlying OS in more of a way than games typically. Right? Raycast needs to be able to, like, call out to the operating system. Alright, so for our front end here, right, let's look back at what we got. Let's move this over a bit. I want to make this a 3-column wide thing. That is true. Yeah, right? No code signing issues, which is huge, right? Zero installation, like, it totally makes sense. But there's some cases where, like, it just won't work because you need to do OS stuff. You need full file system access. All right, so here we see our top level column, right? This is just for the whole page. That way we can do flex stuff. We make it row based, and we've got a max width 400. I don't think we even need to do that. But we might have to start doing breakpoint stuff. And I forget how to do that with Mantine, so let's go look at it. So, responsive props. Oh, and that's the way we do it. We pass an object with the keys that we want. Got it. Okay, that's easy enough. Okay. So, we're going to just call this width and make it an object. And yeah, what up, Fievel? Yeah, how you doing, Trevenge? Mr. Sirs? Yeah, welcome. Alright, so we're gonna do... Let me double check. Base. Oop. %. We'll say XL. And actually, no. Let's try and do this at, like, MD? Ooh, so here's the thing, though, JFills. It does require connectivity for the initial payload, but if you got strong caching... right? This is a very much proof of concept, not perfect app, but it runs 100% client-side. So there's SQLite via Wasm and Whisper via Wasm. Now, it runs terribly on this 2015 Mac Mini, so that is a bummer. But right, like, let me double check my settings. Okay. And yes, you would still need to download the models, because we don't want to ship, you know, hundreds of megabytes worth of models to users. I get that. I don't think I actually have any audio, so it's not really going to work here. Right? I don't think I have a microphone hooked up right now. But yeah, the OPFS, Origin Private File System, is really cool. Yeah, OPFS is where, like, the SQLite database is living in this app. And it's so much faster than IndexedDB, it said. But it's only available in HTTPS and only available in web. Or maybe not only available in Japan. I forget that. And yeah, this poor Mac Mini. On any modern hardware, this works. Ugh. Let me just do this. Right? The fact that we can export to a PDF is hilarious. Right? Like, bam, introduction, welcome, all this stuff, right? I did it mainly for writing a book, but I maybe need to figure out a good way of exporting to something like Markdown. I think that would be useful. And yeah, we had some bugs with the typing part. But I don't know. I really like this idea. The fact that someone has an app called Blog Recorder means that I probably should have tried to monetize this way sooner. But whatever. So we got some of this. I'm going to bring some of this component level stuff over to where we need it. I also think I want to do this. Oh, hate this. There we go. We do need direction column. Right, so yeah, Twitch voice rewards, reward your Twitch supporters with a voice, blah, 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 whatever. All right, now hold on. I think I actually want to do this. Oop. Did I forget to update this? No, it just looks terrible. What did I break? We're gonna go 30% there, 30% there. Ah, that was it. So I had forgotten to do this part. There we go. New orderly? Oh, got it. Yeah, that's a Silicon Valley reference, right? I thought it was a New Order reference. Right, like the 80s band? Took me a second. Alright, so it's gonna be a select. Kinda like this. We're not fetching any of our data yet, though. Yeah, I only saw the first 2 seasons, so I got some homework. Alright, so let's start editing what we got here. This is provider. We're gonna be gutting some of this. Hey, what up, Robert Tables? How you doing, Mr. Sir? People from LA should shut the fuck up about tacos. What's this now? What, you never met one of them? That's all they talk about. Tacos this, tacos that. It's just fish steak or carnitas wrapped in a tortilla. Yeah, there you go, Taco Bandit. You summoned him. Hiking? Oh, Runyon Canyon this, hiking that. I wasn't born yesterday. Exactly, right? That's just Nassol's word for walking. Now hold up. Who's y'all's know who's been there to LA's? What's this about tacos? Or what's this about LA? Alright, so we're breaking all sorts of stuff. I know, we just did some copy paste. Yeah, but it'll be fine. It's totally fine. Nothing's fucked here. We do need to update what we're doing because we're not going to be passing an icon into things. So it ends up just being the provider name. If I could type. And yeah, we can just do this as provider.name. If I could type. Alright, so we don't have selected provider or available providers actually set up in our state. Let's go do our fetching, and yes, I know this is way too big, but it's a proof of concept. We don't want to over-architect this thing. It's not like it's Kubernetes or something. Yes, I made that joke because Robert Tables is here. We don't need to worry about orchestration. It's not like this is Docker Compose or something. No. My keyboard, if I can show it, it's not in focus. It's going to be hard to show. But basically, no. The answer is no. Like, it's like a fully custom keycap set. It's like a flight keycap set. Hold on. Let me see if I can show a little. I'll try. Oh. Right, so it says like here on the left we got stow, we got deploy, right? So I don't even have alt technically. I just know where the key is. Bunch of client switch and dental work. Ooh. Yeah, I need to hit the dentist up. I've had a molar that's missing like half of itself for like over a year, but it's more filling than tooth at this point, and pretty much always has been, because I ate a lot of candy as a kid. So yeah, like I have a tooth that's basically just a filling. How do I get help if I can't press F1? No, I have a function key. I can press F1 anytime. Like, that's fine. Right? I just know where the function key is. It's easy. I don't even have the any key. Yeah. If we were in DOS, I'd be screwed. A hint of tooth. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I broke it eating popcorn. Oh, this artist just put out a new album in April, so we're definitely going to check those out when this album's over. On a wintergreen lifesaver. You're not supposed to chew those, man. But who can resist, right? We're only human. You wanted the sparks. Alright, so, yeah, we have a lot of state in this application. Again, we have the entire app jammed into one route. I don't even think we installed React Router for this, because it's just a proof of concept. So yeah, we're going to set up a use effect with no dependencies. Ooh, and Jay, I saw you using that Remarkable. How do you like it? That thing seems awesome. I forgot to even ask you about that. That looked really cool. It replaced your notebooks, and right, like, there's nothing worse than running out of room in a notebook when you still have notes to write. You know, like, oh, shit. You know, you start using the margins. Ooh, and that's like fairly automated at that point too, huh? Yeah, that's genius. I like that. It's worth understanding where we came from, but it depends on what you're doing there, I mean. damn it, Robert Tables, you typed too quickly. I was just clicking around. God damn it. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah, my bad, my bad. Like, damn you. Damn you. I don't even know what you wrote. What did you write? It's worth knowing how to fix it. A lot of the world is still running on it. 100%. For sure. Now, there are still plenty of things that use jQuery. If you're working on those projects, you should learn it. If not, then whatever. No, no, no. You're totally right. But it's only necessary if you need it. Don't learn anything unless you need to learn it. But remember that learning stuff makes you better at learning stuff. Yeah, exactly, Jay. Right? Yeah, e-paper is great for that. That's a good use case for sure. Yeah, so Amit, just start building stuff, man. Books are out of date the moment they're printed. Right? Anything technical? Oh, there you go, Resonant. You just summoned Resonant Frequency. Good job. Now, how you doing? What you up to? Yeah, I need to like wash the hoodies and stuff. Really good stuff though, man. Like really pumped on the swag. So yeah, I need to do like a photo shoot with it at some point. Thank you again. Like really awesome. And yeah, I forget what I was talking about, who I was even talking about it with. Oh, I think I brought it up at work because, you know, I work at GitKraken, and we were talking about how, like, Git Butler did that merge conference and how we should try and get involved. And even though it's like they're a competitor or whatever, right? I actually used the same example of like, yeah, different companies, same team. So yeah, I'm really happy that that I picked up that phrase from that feature flag stuff. That was really cool. I'm gonna be using that phrase as much as I can. Hey, what you been up to, Resident Frequency? That was a solid cork sound for sure. Working? Hell yeah. Anything fun that you can talk about? You know, share some of the plans coming up. Anything like that? I'd love to hear more. So, Amit, it's only complex unless you are, like, no matter what, you're going to have to learn it. So don't worry whether it's complex or not. Just dive in. Some cool AI stuff. Ooh, interesting. Probably related to A/B testing? Cool. Yeah. I got a question. Do you guys ever use or like encourage Piranha? Right? Especially like their polyglot version? Here it is. Polyglot readme. Yeah, I'm fascinated by it, but I haven't worked with it yet. Planning on jumping into messing with that after I get some other stuff going. The Piranha folks started a new company called Guitar. Oh, I haven't heard about that. Oh, really? Guitar feature flag cleanup. Oh, is it guitar with just GITAR? Okay. Cool. All right. That's even better. Awesome. Thank you. I didn't know about that. They gave you a demo, but it didn't work. The demo gods did not smile upon them that day. But they rarely do. And then I had another question. So basically, because I'm like fully static file based, it makes a lot of sense for me. I have a CLI tool that'll fetch your flags and create like enums for you to use so that you're not using like the magic strings of like IDs and things like that. So it gives you a little bit of like type safety around like checking for flags. Do you guys do something like that? Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember seeing that you guys even have like you can fetch the flags at build time and bundle them in. That way you have it like pre-cached, which is really cool. I really like that idea. I'm going to want to try and figure that one out here at some point. You also have a VS Code extension, which helps with code completion. Interesting. Okay. Cool. And yeah, for everyone out there, Resonant Frequency is from Growthbook. So we're talking like real deep feature flag stuff because I'm interested. Yeah, guitar. Okay. Pretty good set of languages they support. I'm guessing they're going to try and turn this into a service of some kind. I would guess maybe that service would integrate in like the GitHub marketplace as like a GitHub Action kind of thing. It is a pretty website for sure. Ah, yep. Automated PRs. Yep. Really cool, actually. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I had seen the name and totally forgot about it, so I gotta remember that now. Into the archive. Oh, yeah. That's a good point. Where'd all my tabs go? So, I don't know if you remember, we did like a challenge. A 1,000,000 channel point challenge for me to go through my tabs, and we did. And we turned it into the tab archive. So yeah, we went through them, categorized them. And that's where they live now. But we're just rebuilding the archive. Everything before these, like the project's Trello board, everything before that is the new archive. So it's only a matter of time. The beanie only costs like 140, like K. Robert Tables, you might be remembering this. Right? So that down there, that was the other 1,000,000 channel point challenge that we had. And they completed that one in like 2 weeks. They really wanted to see my my terrible middle school photo. So, hold on. No. So it's not for 1 million channel points for one person. This was like a challenge, which means like everyone can contribute, but they can only contribute like 2K per day. We do have someone that has 1 million channel points. Jason, you out there? That's Jay Share. He has over 1 million channel points right now. And he's been busy. He hasn't even been here for a few months. Like, he steps in. He chills. 725K so far? Yes. So, Mr. Demon Wolf, that's the magic of it. That's why having as many tabs as I have wasn't a problem. Because the operating system and the browsers and all sorts of things are really good at backgrounding the things they're not doing. Red Dwarf reboot? I mean, I love Red Dwarf, so that sounds great. But I mean, I guess they were super low budget at first, too. So we could be good. I'll just play every character, right? That'll make it easier, too. No, again, Mr. Demon Wolf, you're misunderstanding. If you have a tab that has been sitting for weeks and you haven't opened it, basically if you mouse over that tab here in Chrome and you don't see a RAM usage, it's not using RAM. It's only caching the icon, the URL, and the title. Right? So Chrome is aggressively backgrounding tabs that you haven't used. Yeah. Most browsers do. Firefox does that as well. But alright, so let's do some data fetching here. I don't think we need to do any updates, but we do need to fetch all of our providers and models. And yeah, exactly, I play games. I do have a bit of experience with playing multiple characters. Yeah, it's really important, right? It makes a good operating system. Man, my dad was, like, ranting about paging, right? Like, virtual memory, basically, 20 years ago, you know? So I guess I'm lucky that I have a technical family. So I've gotten like a bunch of these like lectures about RAM and the importance of it and what paging and virtual memory is and all that stuff. You know, I've known about that for years simply because my dad likes to talk. Yeah, exactly. And it's also very explainable about why I'm so into movie quotes. My parents were quoting, you know, Bill Murray from Caddyshack before the internet existed, you know, like, for sure. Like, my parents would do the, well, I got that going for me, which is nice. They've been saying that quote for years. Like, the whole scene. I think their favorite part is the fact that he's correcting himself on this totally bullshit story. Lama says to me, Gunga la Gunga. No, Gunga la Gunga. And, like, the part they always say is like, no, he has to correct himself. Like, I don't know, it's really good. Because you know it's a bullshit story, right? So it says, hey, Lama, how about a little something, you know, for the effort? And he says, there will be no money here, but on your deathbed, you will achieve total consciousness. So I got that going for me, which is nice. Yeah, my parents are big movie quoters. My dad also has a fun game where he likes to guess the voice actor on a commercial. Oh, you hear that? That's Michael Douglas. Ooh, that's John Hamm, right? Let's set up some state real quick, though. And it's going to be regular state, not atom state. It's going to be an empty array, and we're not really sharing models like I wanted with this so far, but we probably should at some point. Oh, really, Robert Tables? Dude, I play so many games in which I'm just like, oh, wait. Oh, that's the main dude from Critical Role. I'm spacing on his name right now. Yeah, I'm bad with names, but like, yeah, you know the dude, right? It's the main guy. Come on, brain. Yes, Matthew Mercer. There we go. Yes, thank you. Dude, he has like 4 or 5 different like voice acting roles in Jedi Survivor 2, whatever they named it, right? Like he is everywhere. He's all over the place. And it's so fun when you hear it. You know, like, oh, there he is. Oh, there he is. Yeah, I really like that. I will mention, while I missed my morning flight on Saturday, while I was sitting in the airport, I started scaffolding out my voice actor website. I think it'll be kind of fun. I basically want to have like different lines that I say, and then different like characters that say those lines. And you can like select from it that way. Just to like, you know, it's basically like a portfolio. Yeah, I want to build it in a way that other streamers or other like voice actors could use it. I think that would be kind of cool. So, I mean, it's just for like, you know, you pre-record a bunch of snippets and it's more just like a portfolio. Now, granted, you could build out something that would be like really like AI based for like characters. You just give them dialogue and they say it. That'd be really cool. That's a really interesting idea. I've kind of wanted to do that for older games that are like even newer games that are just purely like text based and they didn't have enough budget for voice acting for every character. I want to make it to where like some ChatGPT kind of thing or whatever decides what this person would sound like, passes it to something that helps make voices, and then voices it, right? And then bam, you got that character. That would be really fun. Yeah, right? Like playing like old Baldur's Gate 3, or not Baldur's Gate 3, Baldur's Gate 2, or like some of like the Star Wars The Old Republic games. Or Knights of the Old Republic, those games. I think it'd be really cool, actually. Even like old SNES games would be really awesome. Like Shadowrun SNES. I'd love to go play through that with, you know, AI-generated voices. Because you're not taking any money from anybody. So apparently your best NPC voice is an older Southern woman, of all things, as voted by your players. Okay, alright. Now I want to hear that. That sounds amazing. That sounds really good. Okay, so generative model For some other types we need voice. Okay, so the voices and the models are things that, for now, we're going to duplicate them. To do, dedupe this type, since we also use it. And we're going to do the same thing for this type. Hey, Spheriphoria! What you up to? And what up, L:(Q? I'm pretty sure I'm mispronouncing your name. I'm so sorry for that. But let me get another album going real quick. We're going to check out some new ones from Wave Shaper. And they released a lot. Wow. Oh, it's single songs. Here we go. Yeah, oh, good shout-outs, everyone. Thank you, everybody. My mods are killing it. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, Spheriphoria, what were you working on in your game? You were doing some async HTTP server in Zig. I assume that's for your game, though, right? And yeah, what's up, Marv, L:(Q, Spheriphoria. Yeah, how you doing? So yeah, you need to support multiple people looking at your server. Yeah, exactly. For sure. Cool. So, like, are there good libraries for that? That's the thing that I question the most about Zig. Because it's so new, the ecosystem probably needs a lot of work still, right? You didn't even look, you just made your own? Okay. Just epoll. Alright. I get it. Alright. Makes sense. That means it only works on Linux then, right? Because Mac would be like iNotify or something, right? Okay. Or maybe iNotify is Windows, I forget. But I've looked into how async stuff works in Rust, and I've given talks about it and everything, right? Oh, Mac is KQ. Okay. I know iNotify is a thing. I don't remember where it is. I just know iNotify and epoll are like the common things that you build asynchronous stuff around. And for Rust, when they were building out the async await and a lot of that, they were building on top of those like main primitives. Like, I did Rust back in like 2016. I went to the first RustConf, you know? And the first RustConf. Oh, is iNotify for file system changes? Oh. No, that sounds about right. I do remember something about Rust using that as part of their like async runtime though. But maybe they were just bundling it all together. So like I missed the distinction between the two. I just know the keywords. I didn't get that deep. I was trying to build out like an async await for Tokyo back in the day, right? For basically like Futures RS. Eventual was so much easier to use. But Eventual involved like spawning your own like threads and all that junk. I still think Eventual was a cleaner API for consumers, but it wasn't a zero-cost abstraction. So, yeah, like, I don't know if you've ever done Rust. I assume you're familiar. But anyone else out there that might be unfamiliar, Rust is all about zero-cost abstractions, meaning they don't add any overhead to the abstraction they're giving you, but it does mean that it's not actually as easy to work with as it could be. Okay, so you've done a lot of Rust. Yeah, I really think Eventual was better. It was a better developer experience, for sure. But Karl Lersch basically deprecated Eventual to focus fully on Tokyo, wrapping over Futures RS. But yeah, I did go to like a Tokyo Hack Night. That was really fun. Like the first RustConf was fun too, but I may have been the guy that drank too much the night before and couldn't hang in like the main conference area and ended up passing out on the couches. I'm pretty sure I remembered hearing people talk about that in various other contexts. Like, did you guys see the guy passed out on the couch? Maybe. Maybe. Ooh, Akavenge. Ooh, you've been having a rough time? I was out of town for the past week, so, you know, I was AWOL as well. So yeah, no stress, man. Hope you're feeling better. So real quick, for everyone joining, the thing I'm working on is I used to have a bot that would take a raider's name or a, like if someone donated 100 bits or more, or if someone subscribed, it would take their name and pass it to an AI, and then imagine them as a supervillain. It would imagine their powers, their origin story, and their arch nemesis, and it would say it out loud using a voice API. And we were using Vapi for that, vapi.ai. But we ran into issues with that, and I also have some content to make for highlight.io and how to like measure open LLMetry stuff, right? At the end of the day, open LLMetry just seems like auto instrumentation for like the OpenAI SDK and the Anthropic SDK. So it's pretty straightforward and simple. To have an entire library for that doesn't make as much sense to me, because you could just instrument your fetch requests, right? Just hitting their REST API. But I digress. I want to build out some content for Highlight about open LLMetry. That's something they want. So we're building out a tool to try and work with that a bit more. And we get to replace a somewhat buggy experience that we had before, because Vapi wasn't made for this use case. Vapi is made for like voice assistant stuff, where you talk to it, it sends like your speech to OpenAI with a prompt of some kind, and then it actually like takes the response from OpenAI, passes it to a voice AI, and speaks back to the user. So think about just like better customer service. Vapi is really filling that niche amazingly, but it's like more than what we need for what we're doing. So I just felt like it would be fun to build out our own. This is a proof of concept as well. Oh, and hold on. Sorry. Never mind. You're good. We allow swearing here. We allow swearing. Sorry about that there, Spheriphoria. You're good. You're good. Sorry that got held. So yeah, wait, what was the context for that? Like, what the fuck? Like, yeah. Was that about like the Futures RS thing? Oh, no, I'm like, yeah, oh, yeah, who the hell was that guy? Right? The guy on the couch thing? I get it. Yeah. Took me a second. Yeah. Who knows? Yeah, what a weirdo. Yeah, exactly. Totally get it. But how far did you get with your async HTTP stuff? I'm curious about that. You basically remade Tokyo.zig, right? I'm gonna assume so. Totally. But hold on, give me a second. I gotta use the restroom. I was actually holding it. I was about to go before the raid. So just give me like 30 seconds while I go pee, and I'll be right back. Give me a second. Okay. Way better. I was like wiggling in my seat. Oh, that's way better. Whew. Did I miss anything while I was away? Nope, looks good. So yeah, spare for you. If you're still out there, no worries. I know how it goes when you raid, right? You ended stream because you had stuff to do. I'd love to chat with you at some point when I start writing my Zig SDK for this like feature flag thing I'm making, just for fun, you know? It'll never be as good as like some of the big dogs, right? Like Growthbook, like Launch Darkly, etc. And I think it has like a separate scope and like target market. For me, I think indie hackers and, you know, like Growthbook has an amazing like free tier, but they do have some stuff that's locked behind the paid tier, like scheduling. So my goal is to make something that is like just more indie hacker focused. I basically made a feature flag tool for myself because I didn't know Growthbook existed at the time. And yeah, what's up, X Factor? How you doing? So yeah, I would love to maybe bring you on as a guest at some point to talk through Zig and some thoughts. But no worries if you're not there anymore. I know how that works. All right, so the stuff we're building out, I just need to bring in generative model. Yeah, we've got the models stuff right there. Be our guest, be our guest. Do 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 do. Yeah. All right. Solid song. Have I tried Pocket Base? I haven't. That's like a local first couch base. No, slightly different. Oh, no, so this is more like an AppWrite competitor. No, I haven't used it yet. In all honesty, like, I tend to try and not be too much of an early adopter for things. It has bit me more times than I would like. The big reason, or the big things that I remember specifically, like, I tried using Nuxt way too soon and ran into some weird bugs with it. Had to pivot to another platform. What was another one? I tried using AppWrite way too early, and it wouldn't even let me send payloads bigger than like 4K. Like, I don't know. There was like a bunch of weirdness that I assume they fixed by now, but it was a bad experience when I dealt with it. And yeah, Cyber Exploit, how you doing? Yeah, happy to have you back. I'm doing well. Yeah, what are you up to, Cyber Exploit? They're over on YouTube, just in case anyone's wondering, like, where that came from. How's everyone over on Algora as well? Cheers. Hello. But yeah, so curious how secure it would be since the admin console would be available publicly along with the back end. WordPress has been doing that for over a decade. It's only a problem if you leak credentials. So yeah, like there's already a precedent for that style of application. So I don't think you should be worried about that as much. Now, granted, that is one of the most common surface areas for vulnerabilities in WordPress. But, you know, right? Take that however you want. I'm not trying to prescribe anything about it. I'm just trying to point out. that those kinds of things have existed for a long time. But yeah, no worries there, Jasper. And that's a good name, too. I really like the name Jasper. I've had, like, good interactions with every Jasper I've ever met. So don't you go ruin it. I'm kidding. Like, just having fun. Moved into your first house. Hey, sick. That's awesome, Akavenge. Yeah, cheers, man. Gotta be careful I don't spill while I cheers you, but yeah. Dude, that's awesome. Like how big? Like, you got, like, plans for, like, any special rooms? I guess is, like, the question I was asking. You got, like, plans for, like a dude cave? You know, watch the game or something? Maybe a study, just, you know, books and stuff? Oh, Jasper, thank you for that sub. Appreciate you. Thank you. One bedroom will be the man cave / office. Hell yeah. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I live in a 2-bedroom apartment. One of the rooms is actually just like storage. I don't know if you know this. I have boxes of books. I have sports cards in like big boxes stacked as like taller than me. I've got boxes and boxes of comic books. I'm a collector. It's also where I have like all my like hoodies hung up. So my hoodie collection's in there. I actually have my bed in my living room because this is like the other bedroom. Yeah, I'm a collector. Exactly, Ethan. Yeah. No, I'm a collector of all things. Yeah. Hoarder if you want to be a dick about it. Right? You know. What is that a reference to? Is that a half-baked reference? Janitor if you want to be a dick about it. Dude, Akavenge, that's amazing. I mean, depending on where you live, that number means more. If you're here in Seattle and you got a house for $90K, I'm borderline upset. But yeah. No, I get it. That's awesome, man. Good work. Yeah, that's a steal pretty much anywhere. Yeah, that's amazing, dude. I'm happy for you. I was gonna ask, like, are you renting? But no, you're in there. Like, that's sick. Good job. Yeah, exactly, Dental Dam. So wait, you're in PDX? Dental Dam, I'll be in Portland for Chain React, which is towards the, like, middle to end of July. I'd love to hang out. Because it's such a short drive. Like, yeah, I can head down there like a day or two early. Just enjoy the scenery. Maybe make a trip to Mount Hood. Akron / Cleveland. Yeah, makes sense. Okay. So yeah, like 90K gets you actually something really nice. Dude, Dental Dam, don't worry about that. I don't care. Dude. Some of my best friends, like longest friends, are snowboard people. Like, they don't do tech. I don't care. I don't give a shit. I just want to hang out. Yeah. Mobile home for 5K? I've actually been looking at some of the, like, not necessarily like mobile home like an RV, but mobile home as in, like, they have no foundation kind of like places. There's one over, not Gig Harbor, but like Bremerton type area that I kind of looked at. If I can get like a good down payment going, I'd be paying $1,000 a month for the mortgage. That'd be really cool. Like, that'd be huge. Manufactured home is probably the better way to phrase it. Yeah, exactly. So my family moved out here to Washington when I was in junior high. We lived in Woodinville. Yeah, I think it'd be chill there, Zach. Oh, dude, so the place I looked at wasn't 55 plus, but I looked at one here like in Bothell, and that one was 55 plus, and that sucks. Because that one looks really good. The kitchen looks amazing. Oh, the kitchen looks so good. Oh, I totally would have done it. Yeah, I'm just waiting for GME to moon. That way I can buy this place over in Bremerton. So yeah, and Bremerton is just one ferry ride away from Seattle. And the ferry back to Bremerton goes all the way until midnight. So I could actually go to meetups and still like hang out and chill. Like, that'd be amazing. Ah, yeah. Yeah, the Bremerton thing, I'm heavily considering. It would mean a much longer drive to Stevens Pass for snowboarding. But if I just do that drive the night before and crash up there, then I'm good to go. So I might even consider getting like a mini like RV or something to then just like go crash out at Stevens Pass. So yeah, big plans, big plans. You hate winter? I don't know if we can be friends anymore, Space Cast. Like, dude. Ugh. Anything over 78? Yeah. Agreed. Anything over, like, 75, technically. Hold on. Let me put it this way. It's 59 in Seattle right now. I have the AC turned on. Just because I'm in a room that has like 4 computers running in it. So there's a bit of heaters going. But yeah, I have the AC on today. Just because this room was warmer than I wanted. That sounds terrible. Ugh. Ugh. But damn, you guys are actually kind of close. Y'all should meet up at some point. At least chat. See if you got anything in common, like want to go to some concerts together or some shit. Akavenge. You like metal? Because I'm pretty sure Space Case does. Alright, just saying. Totally up to you guys. I'm not trying to pressure anything. Yeah, that's why I asked. I knew you liked metal, Space Case. I couldn't remember what Akavenge listens to. So yeah, I think it'd be cool. Honestly, if you guys are so close. No, and I listen to a lot of stuff too. I like some really good hip-hop. I'm very particular about the music I listen to, though. Right? Like, if you've ever seen or listened here on stream, I listen to good 90s, like, alternative, blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, I listen to a bunch of stuff. This album is definitely, like, a little too, like, wannabe like movie soundtrack style though. So we're gonna go put on something different real quick. Yeah, let's go back and play some of the stuff we haven't played for ages. Like Arcus. Oh, Arcus. Or we can play Malibu Waves by Laser Tiger. This is one of those songs that, like, or not songs, but albums we turned Primogen onto. Let's do, yeah, we're going to do Laser Tiger. It's good stuff. Good stuff. Indie while cleaning the house. Interesting. Okay. I could see it. But yeah, just saying. Y'all should totally, like, chat a bit. Oh, you're right. I'm wearing the Tiger hoodie. I gotta play Laser Tiger. Obviously, that's just science. Touché. Pretty sure Akavenge is in Discord. Oh, so you listen to pop while you clean your house? That's fine. No stress. Kesha. Is that the artist that did the female vocals in Somebody I Used to Know? I don't remember what artist did that. I feel like it was Kesha, but I could be totally wrong. Makes sense. Hold on, I gotta look it up now. Sorry, real quick. I really like this song. I actually like a lot of the stuff he's done. That's Kimbra, not Kesha. Thank you, Zach. Okay, Kimbra, not Kesha. Okay, so I have no actual reference for Kesha. I have no idea what she sounds like. Against his crones, weren't you listening? Every once in a while, he just eats a rye bagel, just to like stick it to the crones. I'm kidding. That would probably like ruin you for a week, huh? Oof. Yeah, so hold up. CMG Corn. That dude's name or nickname was Gremlin. So yeah, I'm glad I didn't stick with the name I was given when I was 13. The CM Gremlin. Yeah, there you go. Instead of shit. Alright, so now I need to create a YouTube channel, CM Gremlin. Ooh, okay. Instead of CM Griffing, we need CM Gremlin. What would their YouTube content be? I feel like it would have to be like prank content, which would probably get me killed. So CM Gremlin is probably not gonna happen. Exactly. Yeah, for sure. More life-threatening than snowboarding, for sure. Ooh, and yeah, you see that tag, that pinned comment? Our CEO just liked that Twitter post. I'll take it. Dude, our CEO is actually really cool. Yeah, he's awesome. Matt Johnston, super cool. And yeah, Saurus Cloud, how you doing? Yo. I don't say the word yo that much, so felt weird, but yeah. How you doing? What's up? All right, let's actually get some work done, I guess. Punching random people? Cause I'm a gremlin. Like, no, I could never do that. With this dislocated shoulder? Nah. Hold on, what's the quote from Ferris Bueller? I only trust that kid as far as I can throw him. Ooh, and Ed, you shouldn't be throwing anybody with your bad knee. Ooh, Chris, you shouldn't be punching anybody with your bad shoulder. I feel like I just gave way too many people information about how they could beat me up. Just by targeting the bad shoulder. You don't know which one it is. No, it's actually really obvious, so whatever. No. See, so Seb, water's fine, right? It just means more gremlins. No big deal. Before I went to prison. Yeah, exactly. So, no thank you. It's not for me. Ooh. I play games way off. We even have a clip. We even have a clip, man. Ooh, there you go. You're left. All right. I get it. Well played. Touché, Mr. Sir. There's a guy that does that? Huh. Okay. That guy got caught? I mean, duh. Like, how could he not have gotten caught? Yeah, drop a link in the Discord. I'd be curious about that. Oh, he did a hit and run? He might have been fine if he didn't do that then. Oh, he was boxed in, but then smashed through. Yeah, that makes sense. Damn. Yeah. I mean, that's a big, like, fuck around and find out kind of moment. Really. Excuse me. Sorry. Alright, so here in this use event. Yeah, like totally ruin your lifestyle. Yeah, exactly. Oop. Alright, so set available models. What's up, Standard Pointer? How you doing, Mr. Sir? Yeah, what are you up to? PhD? My dad always had a good joke. Nah, we're not. We're not locked in. We're chilling. That was some copy and paste BS. My dad always had a good joke, though, right? Like, if you get your degree in college, you might get a BS, which is bullshit. If you put in more work, you might get an MS, which is more shit. And if you're really, really putting in the effort, you might get a PhD, which is just piling it higher and deeper. Yeah, my dad's full of those kind of jokes. Exactly. He's awesome. Yeah, he's great. He's hilarious. If you dial the 1-800 number anytime between 1989 and probably even still now, you went through a computer system he designed. You also went through some software my mom wrote. My dad designed SMS 800, which was a mainframe system consisting of 3 separate nodes. Right? Those 3 nodes were separated by 300 miles each for redundancy. I don't know about that. Nah, that would be taking it for granted. I have a lot to live up to still, technically. But yeah, basically, my dad designed SMS 800, which is the mainframe computers that routed every single 1-800 number dialed within the entire US. And yeah, there's some like magic to it. He was talking about like Samsung solid state memory back in 1990. Could you imagine how expensive that was? Probably like $10,000 for like 128K. And at the same time, my mom was at Belcore writing number portability. So number portability is basically probably some database entry, COBOL-based, that would tie your 1-800 number to your landline. Right? Very simple, but honestly, it used to be like, yeah, operators would have to like switch those things, you know, like plugging and playing them. My mom helped write number portability for that. Doesn't mean she wrote all of it herself. She helped write it. It was a team effort, probably. I don't know for sure. But then just imagine that that's kind of how like cell phone numbers work, by tying your cell phone number to an IMEI number. So I'm willing to bet that some of the stuff she wrote is now used with cell phone numbers in general. Which is kind of crazy. So yeah, I do come from a very technical family, which is kind of crazy because I'm like the only one of my siblings, right? I had 3 older half siblings and 1 younger brother. I'm the only one that got into tech within like an earlier time frame. My younger brother, he's a musician. He's now getting into AI and some of that stuff, which is awesome. He is using ChatGPT to basically learn how to like deploy Docker containers and shit. And yeah, he's killing it. Like, really awesome. I'm really proud of him. There was a period where I was less proud. I am really proud of him now. Yeah, like, he's doing really cool stuff. But yeah, older siblings. Older brother works... I forget where he works. Whatever. Older two sisters. They're in, like, hospital stuff. You know? So I'm like, even though they were all exposed to and around technical parents, it doesn't force you down that path in any way whatsoever. No matter what, getting into tech is a conscious effort that you put in, whether you have technical parents or not. So yeah. And let me point this out too. The only help I was ever able to get from either one of them is SQL stuff from my mom, because she ended up doing SQL stuff for Microsoft at one point, right? Way after the telephony stuff. When I showed her JavaScript code, I would get the shoulder shrug. She could understand it. She understands logic, because languages are portable. But at the end of the day, she might not understand the libraries I was calling or any of that stuff. And when I had bugs, it was probably not fully logic-based, you know? So at the end of the day, like, just because they're technical doesn't mean they use the languages I use, which means that they can only do so much if I needed help. But my mom is a really good rubber duck. So I might be explaining the problem I'm having to her, and she'll ask a question that makes me question the thing that I was taking for granted and then realize that's probably where my bug was. So she's really good at that kind of like logic deduction. And that is where I learned at least some of it. But it taught me a long time ago, like, someone doesn't have to be an expert in the tool you're using. If you can explain your problem to them, they are most likely, not most likely, but probably able to ask you questions that help you discover what you're doing wrong. So yeah, I've had a lot of like experience with the languages not mattering, because logic is portable. It's true. It is what it is. Yeah, exactly. There I play games. Yep. You don't need someone technical to talk through technical problems. You just need someone that actually listens and cares. I want to say one of the biggest like examples of someone listening and caring versus not is we were moving from, I believe it was Texas to New York at this time. I moved around like 13 times before I was even in junior high. Probably, I don't know, those numbers are fuzzy. I'd have to actually count them out. But basically, we were moving from Texas to New York, I'm pretty sure. And I ended up asking my mom, how many light posts or light poles do you think there are in the USA? And how many like people have parents that would be like, I don't know, and that's the end of it? Instead, my mom said, well, how about this? Count how many light poles you see in the next mile. I'll let you know when the mile is over. So then I'm occupied counting the light poles. When it's over, I'm like, well, I counted this many. She's like, all right, so that was a mile. This highway we're on is probably X amount of miles because the country is so tall and we're on this like long thing. She was bullshitting doing a lot of this, right? But it was fun to do like some bullshit math around it. And she's like, so yeah, we're on this road. Let's say there are 1,000 roads going vertically here in the US. So let's calculate that and do the math. And she's sitting there doing all this in her head. She was a math major in college. And then from there, she's like, but there's also roads that go across the country, and those are longer. So let's calculate those and see what it is. And she's adding it up, and we're like, it was just really cool to have that all like broken down, right? Like, yeah, some large question like that is actually broken down into these smaller problems. You solve these smaller problems, and you solve the larger one just by proxy. So yeah, I really, really, really appreciated that. And I think it affected the way that I break down programming problems to their smallest possible thing and then build it up from there. Just from like that one really just offhand thing where my mom could have just been like, I'm driving, I'm bored, I don't know. And then conversation over. And instead, it helped her pass the time. It helped me think about how to think. Really cool stuff. And I'm willing to bet she doesn't even realize that I remember that. There's a lot of things that I don't think she realizes I remember from my childhood. Alright, so this is going to be selected model. And honestly, that anecdote would probably make a really good YouTube video. So. So here we are, born to be kings, masters of the universe. No, it's rulers of the universe. Damn it, I fucked up the quote already. No, I can't do my mom's voice. I haven't really tried, but I don't think I could. Like, I'd mess it up. I could have her do her voice. How did my parents meet? They met in Redwood City, both working at the courthouse there. So they were both programmers working at a courthouse in Redwood City before it was like the Silicon Valley we all know. I don't know anything else about that really. I believe part of it was like they were converting from like a punch card system to a non-punch card system. But I'd have to double check and figure that one out. I'm gonna be honest, like, yeah, it may not be great in this world's climate, but it is easier to meet a partner in the workplace than it is anywhere else. You get to see how they perform under pressure. You have common interests because you're both working at the same place. You know, like probably in like similar teams doing stuff. Like, the job place is not, definitely not, a place for dating, but it actually happens a lot. And I wonder if that's even like a big push for like going back to the office kind of stuff. Simply because like we are hitting a point where we're not hitting replacement rate in this country, I think. I play games. Good callback. Nailed it. But yeah, the workplace is one of the most common places to actually meet people. As an adult, you know. All right, so I think we actually needed this if check. Let's try this again. Should trick? No, that's not worth it. So, let's do this. We're gonna do a function here. Ooh, who here can tell me why I didn't just make this use effect async at the top? What problems would making that async at the top level of your use effect, what would that cause? Why is that something you want to avoid typically? In this case, it might not be a problem, but why is that sometimes a problem? Nope. And I will totally explain it here in a second. But I wanted to get like the brain turning a bit. I wanted to get people thinking about it. Alright, so, yeah, I don't want to keep people guessing. I was curious if anyone fully knew. Let's just say that we did this. What is the return value of this now? And they're already yelling at me. Right? So, yeah, if you have a good linter and TypeScript setup, you're not going to be allowed to do that anyway. But the basic gist is that the return value is a function, right? That is the expected type. And that is typically where you might kill a set interval or unsubscribe from some event. So let's try this. Right? If I did a use effect, and I haven't done this live before, so I'm probably going to mess this up, but here's the thought. right? Let's just say we want to do let's function my event listener, right? And what event would we subscribe to? Let's just say foo, and here this is, we'll log foo. Why not? We'll say any for now, just for brevity. So we have our event listener, and we might want to do something like window.add event listener and turn this into scroll. Right? If we had done this asynchronously, our return value is no longer what we're expecting. And that becomes a huge problem. Because normally, we would want to return a function that unsubscribes by doing window.remove event listener, scroll my event listener. If you are doing an async function, your return value is no longer what you thought it was. Right? It's a promisified function wrapper. So async here actually breaks the returnability of your use effect to clean up things that you need to clean up when this use effect re-renders or reruns. So the gist is, if you're doing an async use effect, you are most likely creating a memory leak. I'm not saying always, because it depends on what you're doing, but it's entirely possible. So luckily, TypeScript saves us from that. React itself has actually made that typed better. I remember watching Rock's Codes back in the day, where he was doing async top-level use effects, and his TypeScript was not yelling at him because the types were not deeply ingrained. He was maybe on an older version of the types or something. So React 17 was actually really bad, because the types were a separate library instead of shipping them with React, because Facebook was still trying to make Flow a thing. Stop trying to make Flow a thing. It's not going to happen. So yeah, it basically messes up the unsubscribe functionality, right? The cleanup functionality. See, I don't agree with that. How else would you do any of this? You can't even make a custom, like, scroll handler without use effects. Now, if you want to turn that into your own custom, like, hook, okay, cool. That's fine. I could see that, sure. As much as you can. Yeah, touche. I get that. That makes sense. I personally still think that class-based components were easier to teach. That abstraction and the life cycle was so much easier to explain for people. And I think it was actually kind of a fuck-up opting towards hooks. But I understand why they did it. Because, you know, functions are lighter weight than a class automatically. If you don't need all those callbacks, such as the use effects you would use, then your function is already way lighter rather than having to wire up those callbacks. So, like, I get it. It makes tree shaking and the amount of JavaScript you have to ship to people smaller, but at the expense of developer experience. And I really think that if they had done the compiler thing sooner, they could take the classes and turn them into functions. And then you get the best of both worlds. So, I think React fighting the implementation of the compiler because it would make them a framework instead of just a library, I believe that actually did more harm than good. Them, clinging to the idea of just being a library. They never were. To make anything work with React, you had to do extra stuff. That's almost the definition of a framework. you know? So yeah, I think they shot themselves in the foot way more than they needed to. Because with a proper compiler, they could turn a class-based component into anything they want. And after compilation, it becomes this nice, clean, svelte, pardon the pun, right? This nice, clean function that just does this one thing, right? And doesn't have the overhead because it could be tree-shaked away at compile time. So if they had had a compiler 8 years ago, I think that's about when hooks were introduced. Maybe a little sooner, maybe 6 years ago, something like that. We might still be on class-based components because it's a better mental model. But, oh no, what about custom hooks? Dude, custom hooks are just functions. You can make custom functions inside of a class-based architecture just fine. Now, keep in mind, I could be totally wrong on all this stuff. Yeah, an optional compiler. I just think it boils down to the fact that the React we have is not the React that Facebook uses, that Meta uses. The React we get is a waterfall of changes and, there's a time gap between what Facebook is doing internally versus what they actually release out to the world. There is a gap. And that gap is actually more harmful than I think people actually expect. What's up, Abdu? Good to see you over there on YouTube. Welcome. How you doing? And I mentioned this previously, right? I've said it here on stream. I said it at render. Angular is at least dog-fooded at the exact level that we use it. They can't release a new version until it passes all internal tests in Google. And it's $10,000 worth of hardware that spin up when they need to test every single thing in Google before something gets merged into Angular. It's massive. The amount of dog-fooding is insane. Like crazy. And that's why enterprises tend to really like Angular, because it is that dog food. It doesn't move that quickly, though it does move fairly quickly. If you're not keeping up on your updates, you're fucking up. But it's one of those things where it is battle tested. More so than the React that we get that is not internally battle tested at Meta. It's a different React. I think that's important to recognize. No, you can absolutely use then within async. The nice part about using then with async is I don't need a try catch, and I can still do a dot catch. And return an empty array. Totally works. So no try catch needed if I'm handling the catch with the promise, because async await is promises under the hood anyway. Once you recognize that, yeah, you can throw a dot then and a dot catch and then still await the thing, which I'm not going to want to do right here technically, because I want to await them later so I can do these things in parallel. But at the end of the day, yes, you can totally do an await of a promise that has a dot catch on it. Totally fine. And it's a really clean pattern for establishing default values. If you saw any of that like Twitter drama, DM Mulroy said he prefers then. Jacob MG Evans pointed out that no, I use both. And I feel like if you had been paying attention, Abdu, you've seen me use both before too. But that's fine. I get it. I rant. You don't need to pay attention to me like all day, every day. I get it. It's fine. But yeah, real quick, let me read your comment there, Space Case. You prefer Angular over React for work where there's multiple teams. Almost all React projects at the enterprise level are dog shit because they have no consistency for how to do things. I could agree with that, right? They might pick a different state management library. They might pick a different like fetch library. One team might use Axios and the other might use like fetch directly. Like, I could see that. What I would say is there still needs to be, when you have multiple teams, some top level like acceptance layer. But I can understand how that's not as scalable as it should be, right? And that makes a lot of sense. Ooh, when you say though Angular has one way to do things the Angular way, I push back on that statement. I have seen some really, really bad Angular code done the Angular way. I fucking hate the async pipe. I think they call it async. I fucking hate the async pipe in your templates. It's the worst. Oh my god, you can't handle errors properly with it. Like, it's the fucking worst. No, so like trying to compare those things is a problem. Like, Space Case, we don't need to compare those things. We can simply point out that there's a common pattern of people do things different ways, and I actually disagree with the Angular patterns in a lot of ways. Because introducing the async pipe into your templates actually introduces logic into your templates and makes them no longer declarative. Right? How do you handle a failure of that async pipe? Extra bullshit that is logic introduced into your templates, right? So I actually push back on best practices for Angular because it seems like the people recommending those things don't actually develop applications. Because debugging that shit fucking sucks. So yeah, all logic goes in a controller and your template is declarative on synchronous values. Anything async in your template, you're fucking up. It's a really, really, really bad idea. So yeah, I've pushed back on Angular best practices for years. The Angular community is more prone to cargo culting than React. I'd rather have differing viewpoints than everybody saying, well, this person said it, so it's got to be true. That is so common in the Angular community. Now, granted, React has the same problem. Well, sorry, like, Dan Abramov said it, so it's got to be true. It still happens, right? But it's less common than Angular. So, in Europe, 80% of front-end jobs are Angular? Crazy. And Abdu, hold on, let me double check. You're in France, correct? Or at least last time we chatted? I just want to make sure that I'm remembering that right. Because it has been a while since we've discussed it. France? We come from France? Sorry, that's a Coneheads reference. Any old person that caught that, you should probably get your prostate checked. Okay, you are in France. Just wanted to double check. Thank you, Abdu. You're proud of me for remembering that, right? Come on, Abdu. I fucking killed it. Come on. That's amazing, right? it, Space Case. I totally get it, right? 700 plus developers is a scale that I'm not familiar with. And yeah, that's a major gap for me. I was pointing it out earlier, right? When we were talking about how I prefer the smart component, dumb component approach, or technically like the logic component and the presentational component approach. The logical component represents your routes. You do all your data fetching there. And then your presentational components just take props and render as such. Ooh, I play games. I'm sorry. I don't remember if you've told me. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of the logic component and presentational component approach. And even Dan Abramov made that post back in 2015. He has since, as of 2019, gone back on that. But I think that's because he is dealing with Facebook level applications. When he made that approach in 2015, he was dealing with the common case, technically, right? Smaller applications, startup style stuff, whatever, right? Where you have maybe one team doing the whole app. It's a very different thing. Now that he has worked at Facebook and worked on an application that big, well, yeah, obviously he will have a different opinion for that level of thing, but his disclaimer doesn't actually dig into that. Right? So presentational versus container components. I would bet that if he was still working on startup stuff, he would still be a presentational container component kind of person. But when you start working at a company as large as Facebook, your opinion may change. I think this update left off a lot of that nuance. Personally. Because even your fanciest hooks should be done in a container component, not your presentational component. Right? The size of your application determines where that container boundary lives. And usually it should be at the team level. Not the component level, not the widget level, the team level. Within the various routes you have to deal with, it's still a team level within a route. If you're on a single team, working on one application together, then route level is the top level at which you do the container stuff. And yeah, I'm sorry I play games. Please remind me. It takes a couple times for me to remember. I don't know if you've ever said it, but you probably have. So I'm sorry. You've probably said it. Through 536 messages, yeah, you've probably said where you're from. You're not the person from Morocco, though, right? Or are you? I know there's a few people that mention that they're from, places that grab me. Oh, Northern Ireland. Okay, sorry about that. My bad. So you have said it. It's Northern Ireland. I forgot. I'll try and remember. You might have to remind me once or twice. That's all. Abdu has said it at least a few times before I actually remember. So yeah, sorry about that. Thanks? I don't think anybody is stoked on getting quizzed like that. What city do I live in there, I play games? I said it earlier today. Nope, Redmond. See? And I've said that way more times while you were here. It's alright? I just say Seattle because it's an easily, like, it's a more easily recognizable city name. And it's close enough. It's where I, like, fly out of the airport from. That's fine, but I have said Redmond before. So, alright, we're even. Nailed it. Alright, real quick, I do need to pour some more water. Because I want to make another beverage. No, I'm sorry. I didn't want to quiz you that way. You just threw the quiz word out, right? The Q word. But yeah, no worries, no worries. I'll try and remember. Sorry about that. All I gotta remember is actually that you might live somewhat near Owen Coates. Owen is also Irish. But BRB, gotta pee. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. So yeah, how y'all do? Let me check on Twitter. Anything? All right, I think we're good. Pour another beverage. Probably don't need it, whatever. Oh, yeah. Bucks, get out of here. We had one of those best in shape viewers bots. Dude, I've heard level 9 is insane. I've never even done a level 9. Nah, that sounds so crazy, man. Was that with the Toda in them? I was just curious. No worries. Atoto's the man. Such a dude. Just randoms, just did it today. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yeah, he's East Coast time, but like he has like a 9 to 5 basically. So he probably won't be gaming anytime before 5 o'clock East Coast time. Right, yeah, exactly. Yep. Yeah, like you can do that on weekends, but not weekdays. I totally get that. Yeah, no worries. No stress. I will say, I think he and I are going to be trying to play some of that PAX Day, right? PAX, and then Day is like DEI. It's by some of the creators of EVE Online. But it's more like fantasy style instead of like space style. I already bought the pre-order. Like, it sounds really cool. And it goes live for early access tomorrow. Yeah. But again, like, time zone wise, like, I could see that maybe we won't be able to play until sometime on the weekend. So, makes sense. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be giving that a shot. I do. I have a gaming PC. I also have an Xbox. I used to have a PlayStation. It was a PS4. I tried to get a PS5 and couldn't, but the Xbox, like, whatever, Series X or whatever, was actually, like, available when I was looking for the PlayStation 5. And then I haven't pulled a trigger on a PS5 because their exclusives are, like, few and far between. And most of the time, if a game's exclusive to PlayStation, it ends up opening up pretty quick. And what up, Terrace? How you doing, Mr. Sir? What you up to? Alright, let's get back to a little bit of this. Base URL, though. Ooh. Yeah, any company that likes money is eventually going to release to PC. So, yeah. And most companies like money. When you say daylight computer, that's just like the thing that you can like, it's like e-paper style, but not necessarily e-paper. And you can like write on it and do all that stuff. Is that what you're talking about there, Terrace? Yeah, it seems cool. Like I mentioned earlier today, I saw, It's J. Phil's writing on a Remarkable 2, which also seems very similar, like seems really cool. So yeah, something like that sounds amazing, and I definitely want to do that eventually, but I don't have enough use cases for it. Oh, you work for them? Dude, I didn't know that. Is that new? Did you just get the job, or did you have that the whole time and like you buried the lead and didn't tell us? Got it a couple months ago? So you were hiding it from us. How dare you? Just having fun. That display speed is amazing. Like, yeah, like really nice hardware. For sure. Yeah, what do you do? What do you do for him? Do you work on this website? My beverage looks like Inca Cola? I mean, it's just water and whiskey. Yeah, what do you do there? I'm curious. Helping them with releasing the software. Interesting. It's like more like the ecosystem of apps available kind of stuff. Okay. Oh, that sounds cool, man. Yeah, good work. Ah, so yeah, like the use all your apps thing. That's like something you're really like helping them focus on, right? That's awesome. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, I like that. Oh, is that something Day.js can do? I want to get Roman numeral, like, year. Yeah, no worries, I play games. For sure. Get some sleep. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be here. We definitely did a lot of, like, getting distracted today. I'm okay with it. Ooh, tonight for dinner, I'm probably gonna do, like, bacon and egg croissants. Picked up croissants, bacon, and eggs today. I also picked up some bacon that I think would be good for carbonara later this week. Yeah, I'm on a big carbonara kick. Bought an 18-pack of eggs. At some point, I probably just need to, like, raise chickens. Hard to do that in an apartment, though. So, yeah. If I ever get a house, yeah, I'm going to have some chickens. I'm going to make sure I don't name them. That way I can butcher them. Or you name them specifically so you can butcher them. And, hey, what are we eating tonight? Oh, we're eating, you know, Chickeny the Chicken. Sure, why not? Maybe it makes it taste better. Probably not. I mean, come on, wouldn't you rather, like, if you were a chicken or a cat or whatever, wouldn't you rather have, like, more utility to your life than just being the chicken? Wouldn't you also want to be a meal? So yeah, I might be a little more utilitarian than some. Oh, there you go, Dental Dam. Nailed it. Oh. Oh, the snack that snacks back. Oh, nailed it. All right, so yeah, real quick. We're gonna name it base URL, even though it's basically like, you know, process.env dot, and we're in a React app. Hold on. What's the prefix they have for it? Ah, that's right, that's right. It's definitely not the right URL. Double checking, double checking. And hey, what's up? Ooh, is that sulky? Like, do I pronounce it like, you know, leet speak? Yeah, what are you up to? How you doing? Yeah, what is the port that we spin up the API on? I'm gonna need to look that up. I don't think it's 5173. Oh God, we've changed so much. Hold on, let me check on the YouTube video for work. 85 views. Come on, everyone. We can do better. You're in Northern Ireland. They actually have spiders in Ireland? Isn't it too cold? When you say giant spider, do you mean like a daddy long legs or something? Dude, cellar spiders are chill, man. They're actually your friend. Now, if it was like a huntsman or something, okay, yeah, burn it with fire. But come on, I feel like y'all need to help me by watching the video we got linked above. Right? Right there, the pinned tweet. I don't care if you do like the, you know, the Twitter thing. Come on, watch it on YouTube. You know you want to. Now, all it actually means is there is no difference between me tweeting it out versus Get Kraken tweeting it out. That's a little interesting to me. I thought I had more boost than that. You know, is what it is. We got some really good engagement over on Twitter, though. So thank you everyone who liked, retweeted, all that stuff. Like, man, yeah, you're the best. Thank you. Alright, so what we got here in this folder, and I know, I haven't been, like, diligently working like I should. We got this. We got this. We head to not Vapi API server. What port do we actually see it spun up on? God damn it. I forgot they do that. Now I have to go and validate all of those API keys. Son of a bitch. Is there no way I can prevent them from doing that? These motherfuckers. Damn it, Hono! I totally forgot about Hono doing that. Damn it. That shit's broken as fuck. God damn it, Hono. Alright, let me do some of this bullshit. God damn it, Hono. Alright, which key did they leak? Oh god. Alright, there it is. Alright, so not Vapi prototype. I revoked the key. I gotta do it for all of these providers now. Anthropic has a terrible website. I have to, like, re-authenticate just to access my, like, API key stuff. Alright, there's number 1, there's number 2. Now these other things, Deepgram and 11 Labs. Here we go. So wait, when you say giant house spider, do you mean like a huntsman? Are they furry? I guarantee that's not the scientific name. Right, so we just deleted Deepgram and now 11 Labs and then Play HT. Oh, I gotta do the Perplexity one too. Shit. Hold on. So giant house spider UK. So yeah, the one I saw is not it. Okay, okay. Yeah, that's a bummer. Not ideal. Oh, they're real fast. Yeah, they're hunters. Like, the fact that I'm seeing, like, images of them making webs is actually insane, because I thought they were hunters. Yeah, they're, like, very European, huh? Interesting. Okay. So yeah, those are very similar to the ones that would breed in my backyard at the last house I lived at. The good ones would be up in the upper corners of a room, and the bad ones would be the ones down in, like, the bottom corners of the room. The bad ones would, like, run out at you. Like, you'd see them crawling across the floor at night kind of shit. Those ones are, like, super aggressive. The ones in the upper corners know what they're doing. And, yeah, they would actually, like, crunch up into a ball where their legs and them were, like, super small, and they wouldn't spread out, so you couldn't recognize them. And if you ever see, like, a weird brown ball in the corner of your, like, the upper corner of your room, yeah, that's a fucking spider, and they're probably way bigger than you think. Yeah, like, the backyard I used to, like, have at the house I used to live at bred those fucking things. Not ideal. Not ideal. Alright, so I just deleted my deepgram key. Now I need to go to perplexity. I can probably show most of this because I'm just deleting keys right now rather than, like, creating new ones. Still sucks, though. God damn it. Yeah, like... Hono? Fucking blowing it. That is my least favorite thing about it. They print out all the keys when you launch the dev server. Don't do that. Like, stop. Are they not aware that people build in public or something? Just the worst. Alright, that one's done. 11 labs and play HT. Here's the thing, we're actually, like, so close to being at the moment where we could have tested this shit. But I was just spinning up the API so I could get access to the port that we run on. Yeah, the worst. Don't print keys unless I ask. More music, though. Hold on. Yeah, every itch you have is like, oh, that's a spider crawling there, right? Yeah, totally. I get it. Dude, all these fucking apps have a different way of, like, how you navigate to reset your API key. You fucking kidding me? Like, dude. Bad experiences, guys. And hey, thanks Space Case. Thank you, Seb. Appreciate you hyping up that tweet. Despite me being eternally annoyed at these platforms and how hard it is to reset your keys for it, okay, there we are. I got my keys reset. That absolutely killed my momentum, though. All right, so all of these keys are reset now. No big deal. God, what are these fucking bugs? That's totally because we're trying to use... We're trying to use open LLMetry within Cloudflare workers, and they don't have access to any of these fucking things. They don't even list what port they spin up on? Oh, you sons of bitches. Alright, so I am massively less stoked on Hono. Don't show the keys unless I ask. Alright. Yeah, I'm really pissed at Hono. We're gonna have to make a PR to Hono to, like, have some, like, masking of the keys. Right? Could they just star every character and then only show the last four? Like, how fucking hard would that be? It'd be so easy, man. For some of them, they do the ... but, like, Jesus, just show the last four and mask everything else, please. I only want to see that if I ask for it. I wonder if that's a Wrangler issue. Is that a fucking Wrangler problem? It's bullshit. Either way. Fucking bullshit, man. Just mask it. Show me the last four. And we're done. Yeah, that bums me out, like, massive. So, whatever. Yeah, user ID, I'm okay with sharing. I don't care about that. So yeah, at this point, we should probably just raid someone. I'm not going to go through and reset all my keys today. And we still don't know the port that Hono spins up on. 8787. All right, so we can update this. Really bad developer experience by printing out this stuff by default. And I think that's actually Wrangler. Yeah, Cloudflare doesn't give a shit, is basically the gist. And based upon this error we get, I don't think we can actually even continue to use Cloudflare. Because Open LLMetry requires a bunch of bullshit that it shouldn't. Alright, so I am so annoyed by Wrangler and Open LLMetry. And I hope not the Highlight SDK. Because, yeah, this shit sucks. So, yeah, anyway, who do we go raid? Who's going right now? We got all those keys invalidated. That took all of the wind out of my sails. I gotta eat some food. I gotta maybe do some work tonight. We'll see how much. God, yeah, that sucks, man. All right, we see Spiridon, who raided yesterday. We have not had a chance to raid ending with Ali in a long time. Let's do it. Why not? Cybersecurity gossip. It's fine. It'll be okay. She's not entirely gossip focused, right? Wait, she was just on the BlackBerry site. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. I'm just, like, extra, like, cynical because of the data leakage. These fucking assholes. Come on, Hono. Come on, Wrangler. Be better. But anyway, it's fine. It could be worse. Let's go say goodbye to YouTube. So yeah, thank y'all for hanging out. I appreciate you. Sorry for getting, like, becoming a buzzkill because of this BS. But, yep, later YouTube, later Algora, and later Twitch.